Hey everyone, Rob here with Spartan Coins, and I know that I had said in my previous challenge coin design video, the raster to vector conversion video, that I was going to do a more in-depth and detailed video on the subject of custom challenge, custom military challenge coin design. And with that in mind, I want to make this statement that says Spartan Coins' goal is to always deliver the best finished product. And I genuinely mean that, and in my opinion, that starts in the design phase. So having said that, I wanted to kind of take you through a scenario of a coin design and the multiple ways that it can be done. If we look at this file right here on the left, we can see, Red Devils rule the ground. Now, as I look at this design, this would be artwork for a shiny gold coin with this Red Devils painted red, this black area back here painted black. This is a raised gold arrow. This is raised gold type. This is a recessed background back here. Now the interesting thing about this particular side is what I was recommending to the customer is, instead of doing black paint back here, what we could do is we could do raised black nickel metal and then stamp or recess the colored areas into the black nickel area, and it would really turn out tip top and would be a better alternative than this one over here, which is essentially the same thing, where you have raised metal that these recessed painted areas are stamped into. So the difference between these two is this raised area over here would be black nickel, plated with black nickel, instead of plated with shiny gold like on this side here. Okay? Now, the alternative to doing it this way, with stamping the painted areas into raised metal, would be to raise walls of metal around each paint color to contain and separate each paint color. And you can see here that it starts getting a little messy because I didn't even outline all of the white on the teeth or on the eyeball, but you can see that the raised walls of metal that contain and separate paint colors start really conflicting with the design, and it gets super messy. So if I was to go in here and start adding a stroke or a raised wall of metal to that, you can see how you kind of start losing the detail because it starts being consumed by raised walls of metal. So at the end of the day, when we look at these coin designs and we say, well, what's raised and what's recessed? Well, in this case, all the bright yellow is raised, and all of the not as bright or more dingy yellow here would be recessed. So in this case, the characters would be raised. These characters would be painted, but you can see that they have a raised wall of metal around them to separate their paint color. And then on this particular image over here, this represents black and white, or positive and negative, as far as it goes, as far as it relates to custom coins. So in this particular instance, everything that is black in this drawing right here is raised, and everything that is white is recessed. So this particular drawing gets back to the way that I originally had it done, where you had the raised black nickel metal, and then you had the paint colors stamped into or recessed into this raised black nickel, and then those would in turn be filled with the paint color, and you would arrive at a more true style image on the finished product. Therefore, if I was designing this coin for my own personal use and my own personal desires, and I had the option to do the coin this way or this way, I would choose this one right here all day long, because in the end it's going to provide a cleaner, nicer finished product, in my opinion, and my opinion has been sculpted and is based on my years of experience. So if you have the money to spend, because yes, this would cost extra, it would, because you're talking about a dual plated coin. However, that is money well spent, because it's going to let you get to a nicer, cleaner finished product, in my opinion. So this is going to look cleaner than this based on these two designs, and that's my opinion. I hope you guys have gotten something out of this video, but this is absolutely why I choose to do artwork the way that I do, is because I'm always thinking about the finished product and what that's going to look like, how it's going to turn out, and that leads me to design coins the way that I do.